Hey, hey, Taurus. Happy May and happy birthday to my May Tauruses. How are y'all doing? It's a weird time to be having a birthday, but I hope that you managed to have a happy one despite that. And I want to give you a quick reminder before we jump into your reading that your birthday in astrology is called your solar return. And the way I like to explain that to people is it is your personal new year. Time to set intentions. The most potent time for you all year will be on your birthday. They call it your solar return, cards jumping out for you, because the sun conjuncts or shows up right next to the sun from the day you were born. So your way of presenting yourself is highlighted. You step into the spotlight. Things become very, very potent, particularly seeds that you plant at this time. And Spirit's putting it that way. And, you know, I spent some time before we get on camera together shuffling, meditating on your energy, hearing anything Spirit maybe wants to report. And they just kept, like, first they showed me, and then the card, like, flew out of the deck a few seconds later, the Ace of Pentacles. Big Taurus energy. If I am given a seed, I will cultivate it. I will grow something. You are the one that can be counted upon to make, you know, an orchard from a seed, if you care enough about the seed. All right. Okay. So keeping in mind your solar return, keeping in mind, Taurus, setting some intentions of where do I want to be on my birthday 2021. Let's look at May. Let's see where you are, where you're headed, and what Spirit wants to advise you as how best to get there. Ooh-wee! Forgive me, I'm Texan. You're making a really important choice in May, Taurus, and I think, even if you feel some of you forced into this choice, I think it's a good choice. I think it's authentic. I think it's going to help you work towards something that you truly want. And I do mean work. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We have the King of Pentacles. You. Now, you can identify any which way on the gender spectrum and show up as a king. What that indicates is a measure of control and a measure of, especially with the King of Pentacles, that you have some very useful resources around you. So who knows how to multiply an Ace of Pentacles, grow a seed into an orchard, but a King of Pentacles. Spirit was already talking. They already see you as so in control. I also feel some of you are okay, Spirit is saying a lot of you are somebody that people in your life look toward for stability, for a sense of safety, for a sense of things are going to be okay, right? You kind of bring that dependable, steady energy with you everywhere you go, and I think you're providing that for some people. We have a wonderful card at the center of your reading, the Four of Wands, crossed by the Queen of Cups. So, Taurus, this Queen of Cups feels very much like partner energy to me. The Queen to your King. Again, the Queen and King thing has nothing to do with gender or sex and everything to do with my cats hissing at each other. Everything to do with personality type. So, if you as the King of Pentacles have this wonderful control, this wonderful ability to manage your resources properly, to work your passion, to work your money to a place where it grows and multiplies. This Queen of Cups is a really wonderful foil for you. So Pentacles are the earthly things, right? Money, resources, jobs. The Cups are the ephemeral, the emotional, the intuitive, the spiritual. The Queen of Cups is someone who really brings out and softens you. And I just really like the way you're working together. It feels like very complementary energy. Feels like when we put our heads together, I mean, Four of Wands, divine partnership. A lot of you, this is a spouse. This is a girlfriend or a boyfriend. They could also be showing up, right? These are general readings, Taurus. If this were one-on-one, it would be more specific. This person could be somebody that you just are roommates with, or like, oh, well, we're quarantining together because like, whoops, you were over here when this happened. I feel you two can get a lot of good work done together. Like, I just feel partnership energy very strongly. And it's really interesting because I feel partnership, and yet I feel this great, very healthy sense of independence. We have the Nine of Pentacles in the position of where you find yourself. Proud. Patting yourself on the back. Being able to look at what you've done and be like, I did that. I did that. Like, I set this goal, this is what they're saying, I set this goal for myself for 2020 and I hit it. And especially the fact that you are hitting it despite everything in the world going wonky. That's pretty amazing. The Ten of Swords is showing up as the energy around, right? We don't have to hunt too hard to be looking at, yeah, lots of people are dealing with the sudden, sorry, no more job. Sorry, you're not going to be able to go on that trip. Sorry, wedding is canceled, or wedding is postponed, or wedding is now happening in the living room with, you know, your sister as the officiant. And, you know, it's weird, but Spirit is showing me that. Some of you may very well be getting married or having some kind of celebration this month. And if you have to modify it, sure, it's a gimme, right? Birthday, but Spirit is showing me a celebration. If you have to do it that way, embrace it, Taurus. And you're an earthy soul. You can appreciate just like, let's make some good food. Let's get on some comfy furniture. Let's put on the fuzzy socks and put on this movie or do this activity. Let's make the dinner together. Spirit is saying that you have this great gift for making something of nothing or making something amazing out of something very little. And that's going to serve you this month. We're going to clarify live. So bear with me for a second here, Taurus. Spirit, can you tell me more about this Seven of Cups? Taurus has many options, many choices, many things that they could focus on. What guidance do you want to give around making that choice, narrowing things down? Huh. Wow! Oh, okay. Taurus. Huh. All right. It's time for a change. You're moving onward and upward. And again, it feels like you are able to make something out of nothing, or to take very little and make it into something like unexpectedly amazing and unexpectedly long-lasting, enduring. That's what I'm hearing. We have Seven of Cups clarified by, I only wanted one, Spirit threw out three. Three of Wands, Knight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. Spirit is saying, allow yourself to think outside the box. That's what they're saying with this Three of Wands. You have come very far. I feel like some of you are managers in your own right, like managers at your job, or, you know, taking the lead on a project, whether it's independent or collaborative. And you've come very far, and I think it's time to give yourself some credit and some thanks for how far you've come. Feeling that between the Three of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles of sometimes, Taurus, we want to get somewhere so bad. You know, like, have you ever seen that meme that is like, be grateful right now for, or, you know, think of all the things you wished you had a year ago that you have now. You know, something 3 years ago you said, if I could have this, I'd be happy, and now you have it. And have you given yourself a moment to be like, you know what? Like, I said I was going to do that, or achieve that, or make that, or build that, or do that. And I did. And like, don't be so quick to move the goalpost. Don't be so quick to dismiss the things you've already done because you're like, yeah, well, I already did them. Like, and I should have been there months ago. So of course, like, yeah, I barely got it done. I feel like if you stop and give yourself some credit, if you take a moment as you're climbing this mountain, right, to step up to the plateau that you've reached and look at the view and go, damn, maybe I've been looking so much at the peak of this mountain that I haven't taken a second to look from the plateau at like way down there where I started. Holy hell. Good on me. Like, give yourself some credit for being a builder and a worker, Taurus. Because if you don't stop and give yourself the credit, you will have that sensation that you're just chasing the vision and never getting any closer. And it's dangerous to gauge where we are with respect to where we think we should be. Because some of us think we should be like 3-sport gold medal winning Olympians. You know what I mean? And let's manage. We're a great manager, right, Taurus? Let's manage these expectations. Let's manage these expectations the same beautiful way we manage our resources. You're working hard on a project that I feel is going to be a revelation. That's how they're putting it. Some of you are going to know exactly what that is for you. A lot of you, I do feel that it's very literally creative. For some of you, it may be like, well, no, I'm an accountant, but like I'm working with very interesting people or on a very interesting project, and you are definitely thinking on your feet, and what you're doing is going to reveal big solutions, revelations, okay? Maybe you're the accountant who's like, how are we going to manage to pay everybody? We're going to furlough everybody this much. We're going to take this many hours off, or anybody making less than this is going to be fine, but anybody making above is going to take a cut. Whatever. You are going to commit to something, come up with a plan that is revelatory. And what I love is in your reading, in sequence, we have the 8, 9, and now finally 10 of Pentacles. Completion. Enduring, long-lasting, providing for more than just ourselves. You know, 9 of Pentacles is like, damn, I'm good, and I've taken such great care of myself. 10 of Pentacles is, damn, I'm good, and I'm taking care of my partner, my kids, my grandmother, my blah, 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 blah. And even if it's not a family that you're taking care of, for some of you it's like my nonprofit, my foundation, my business. Give yourself permission to think outside the box, to make an adjustment to the plan, to do something that might shake people up, change their minds. That's what I'm hearing. Judgment is in your future. There is the revelation, and also a commitment. Some of you may decide to make kind of this is the phrase they're giving me, so I'm going to say it, a drastic change, but it's you making the decision. So this is not something to worry about. This is not a tower moment. This is, Taurus, I feel like you are coming to a conclusion in May that is like, this is what I need to do next. This is the change I need to make in my life. If I'm going to hit that 10 of Pentacles, like, it's not even peak, but if I'm going to hit that 10 of Pentacles depth of generosity, ability, availability, access. Hey, sorry, I don't know why the camera cut off. Anyway, as we were saying, there is a revelation coming, and I'm even feeling for some of you, you may decide to change your place of residence. Like maybe things with everything going on in the country, maybe for one reason or another, you've been kind of like backed into a corner, or it's like, oh, I thought I was going to be living over here, but somehow I've ended up over here. Some of you might be changing up your idea of how you want to do your life based on that. My main takeaway looking at these cards is you are going to have the support that you need from family, from partners, from yourself, most importantly, 9 of Pentacles. Because if you don't tell you that you're doing a good job and you believe in you, it's much harder for you to listen to other people when they say that. You know what I mean? It can be like cringe if somebody's like, you're doing an amazing job, and you're like, oh, gross, bullshit, I am not. You know what I mean? So give yourself a little pat on the back, Taurus. It's not like a luxury. It's a necessity, damn it. There is a change coming, and it's your choice. a drastic change. And if that means a geographical move, if that means an ideological move, then that feels right to me. This is not something flash in the pan. This is something that you want and you're going to want for a long time. Spirit just said, rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, but thy eternal summer shall not fade. That's a very Taurus Shakespearean, it's from one of the sonnets, I believe. It's a very, very Taurus portion of one. Thy eternal summer shall not fade, Taurus, even if the rough winds do shake your buds. Okay? The things that you are growing, they're not going to fade or die. They're actually going to be, strengthened. Trees whose roots are never trained to hold during a storm, they're going to get uprooted. But those that have been in the storm, those plants that have grown in places with startling winds that shake their buds, they have evolved to hold. And so have you. Trust your judgment, Taurus. Trust your judgment. Trust your partner, this Queen of Cups. If you need an intuitive or an emotional response, then you go to this person. She can cradle your heart. She can show you the truth very gently if you have questions. And I think you two working together, whether you are family by blood or there's a deep connection there. Don't be afraid to make a change. Look back on where you've come from. Give yourself the credit for having gotten here. Thank yourself for doing the things that earned you what you have in front of you right now. And as you consider what you've been able to accomplish before, think, well, if I could do that, that means I could fill in the blank. Revelation. What is it, Taurus? I'm very curious. I'm very excited for you. Some of you, this is like just straight up big, beautiful commitments, marriages, anniversaries. I'm very excited for you, Taurus, and I would love to hear. If you want to tell me in the comments, if you got stories, comments, I'd love to hear them. I hope that this is really helpful for you, Taurus, and I want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing, commenting, all that stuff really, really helps me grow the channel, and that is my ultimate goal, is to help as many of us have the light shine into our life, live on a more compassionate, kind, thoughtful planet. Thank you, Taurus. I appreciate you, and if I don't see you in a video before then I hope I see you in June. Bye, Taurus.